Let's ignite innovation and make today count. The first keynote about shaping the future of beauty with beauty tech. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker of the day, Smaranda Teleaba, the Chief Digital and Marketing Officer at L'Oréal Romania. Smaranda has been an integral part of L'Oréal since 2012, where she has played a pivotal role in crafting, executing marketing strategies for this globally renowned leader in cosmetics and beauty products. L'Oréal is at the front of innovation, heavily investing in research and development with centers all around the world focusing on skin biology, hair science, and advanced cosmetic formulations. The company is also pioneering digital transformation, leveraging AI and augmented reality to enhance customer experience and streamline operations. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage. Smaranda.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity to share with you our group's convictions and advancement done in the field of beauty tech. But before jumping into that, I would like to invite you all to discover a little bit more about our group. At L'Oréal, we have a true belief, a belief that beauty is an essential need for all of us. Even from the early stages of Homo erectus, where they used to use pigments, up to the metaverse today, where we pay as much attention to our exterior appearance as we do in the real life, there was absolutely no civilization, no cultural and no historic moment where people did not need beauty. Moreover, we believe that when we talk about beauty, it's about a human quest. Beauty is profoundly present in our social interactions, which means that without any social interactions, there will be no beauty. This is why what we see in the beauty industry is that we are constantly overperforming the global economical industry. We have seen year on year growth overpassing on beauty industry. The only year where we have seen negative growth was, of course, the COVID-19 year. Beauty is estimated to generate around 270 billion euros revenue in 2023. And it's not just about the contribution when it comes to revenue. It's also about the contribution when it comes to community, because beauty is one of the industries that is generating millions of jobs from scientists, chemists, manufacturers, retailers, and all the beauty experts that work to bring the best beauty propositions to our consumers. As the #1 beauty company in the world, we have been showing constant growth, sustainable growth year on year, constantly overpassing the beauty market. And the reason for our success has always been blending technology and science to push our growth further. And I want to take you a little bit back in time and talk to you about the moment L'Oréal was born. Our group was born in 1909 by a visionary, a chemist named Eugène Schueller, who developed the first time ever non-damaging hair dye. It was a revolution on the market, never seen before, with a proposition of dyeing your hair without any damage. Later on, we were the first company to leverage green science chemistry. We developed the first sugar molecule called proxylane, which is a sugar molecule derived from the beechwood tree that is renowned for its effect when it comes to fighting against anti-aging skin. We didn't stop there, and we innovated when it came to testing ingredients and products. We developed, on a later stage, the first ever reconstructive human epidermis. And we did not keep it within our group. It is widely available for all producers to test their products. But we understood at a very early stage that in order to become and to maintain the leadership position in beauty, you need to always innovate. And in today's world, if we want to maintain our leadership, we need to crack and become the leader of beauty tech. Internal, we have a motto, which is "Seize what is starting." It is something that our teams and our people are believing in and are trying to embrace it each and every time. When it came to the digital and tech revolution, we also used "Seize what is starting." More than 10 years ago, we realized that there is something happening around the world with the start of digitalization of our whole lives. So we understood at an early stage that it's the moment to deep dive and to crack this revolution. We were one of the first companies to digitalize the beauty consumer journeys. And it was the moment when we paved the way to become the #1 beauty company on digital beauty and e-com. But now, for us, it's extremely clear that there is another revolution happening, starting almost 2018 since then, and it's the tech revolution. We have seen, and I'm sure most of you already worked or know about all the technologies around the world. Technologies like computing powering, AI, generative AI, connected devices, and so on. These are technologies that are disrupting not just the lives of consumers, but also the business models we see around the world. So it's essential to crack into these technologies.
Beauty is an essential human need, and for more than a century, our sole dedication. At L'Oréal, we have always seen technology as a driving force to embrace beauty's infinite diversity. We are entering a new era where ultra-personalization is the new aspiration, where beauty for each is powered by beauty tech. Beauty tech is essential to know consumers intimately. By connecting 115 years of unique expertise and data, we understand consumers' needs like never before. Beauty tech is essential to astonish consumers with trailblazing innovations. By combining advanced science with game-changing technologies, we open new possibilities for unequaled beauty innovations. Beauty tech is essential to empower consumers with elevated beauty experiences. By imagining services that guide, diagnose, predict, treat, and coach, we build lifelong value for consumers. Beauty tech is essential to augment beauty consumers' journeys. By harnessing the power of tech, data, AI, and generative AI, we create new codes of beauty and new relationships between our brands and consumers. Beauty for each, powered by beauty tech, personalized, inclusive, and responsible.
We believe technology can help us to create a new offer of beauty, a more personalized, sustainable, inclusive, tailor-made for the new needs of our consumers. And our journey is actually spread on 5 main themes: diagnosis for each, coaching for each, expertise for each, creativity and responsibility for each. All of these themes mean creating the most personalized, tailor-made, data-driven experience with our products and with the beauty services. And I would like to invite you to look a little bit at the latest innovations we have been marketing so far in order for you to better understand the way it translates in the impact of the consumers. And the innovations that we bring are a blend. They are a blend between the 3 fundamentals of the group, combining science, technology, and creativity with a very strong open innovation global partnership, just to name a few on the chart, with all our partners. What is our belief? Our belief is that if we combine our deep knowledge of beauty with the expertise of our partners in specific areas, we will be able to really shape the future of beauty and to bring the best experience to our consumers. So let's talk a little bit about some of our innovations. I would like to introduce you first of all to L'Oréal Professionnel Airlight Pro. Airlight Pro is our proposal for the first ever hair dryer that is naturally drying your hair without any damage. It uses infrared technology instead of high heat technology for better hair quality and faster drying. It's actually as if you were to naturally dry your hair using the sun and the wind. Let's discover the product.
For over a century, hair dryers have relied on intensive heat. It's time to switch on the light. Innovation, Airlight Pro, the first professional hairdryer by L'Oréal Professionnel, powered by infrared light technology. A targeted energy source that's more powerful and respectful. For faster hair drying, less energy consumption, and no damage. Co-developed and approved by hair pros for all hair types, Airlight Pro is proven to last through intensive professional use. Switch on the light. Airlight Pro.
In today's skincare world, there's something very interesting happening. People seek clinical expertise of their products at home. And guess what? They want no damage, they want no pain, and they want a better cost. This is why we propose to this consumer the Lancôme Nano Resurfacer. What is actually Nano Resurfacer? It's a device that is using the microbleeding technology and that is actually aiming to enhance the product penetration underneath the skin and increase the efficacy of the active ingredients used in the cream. Let's see how it works. A second big need in skincare, and maybe some of you already tested at the booth outside, it's the Kiehl's Derma Reader. In skincare today, people are confused, they are overwhelmed. There is so much diversity and scarcity in terms of products, so much benefits communicated, but nobody is taking the time to explain to each and every one of us what is actually our skin type. If you go around and you ask people, what is your skin type in Romania, everyone will tell you sensitive with a tendency of dryness, because this is usually what they hear. But it's not always the case. And you know very well, I'm sure, that the moment you use a product that is not dedicated to your specific skincare, you're going to have a lot of trouble after applying the product. Kiehl's Derma Reader is exactly the solution for that. It is a device we use to diagnose and to help people correctly and accurately diagnose their skincare type. It doesn't just look at what is seen by the eye. It goes and does a deep dive of all your specificities in order to be able to diagnose you as well as recommend tailor-made products for you and your needs. It is an innovation that took around more than 20 years to develop. We had a lot of scientists, a lot of experts working on creating the best data and algorithm in order to be able to have this proposition for our clients. It's also a device that is helping us create value along several levels, from the moment of recruiting a consumer, but also to converting him to the brand and keeping him loyal. And one of the last innovations in devices which I want to share with you, it's one very dear to our heart because, as I was mentioning earlier, L'Oréal started as a hair coloring business. Today, we see a big challenge when it comes to salon and hairstylists being able to propose the perfect mix for coloring your hair. Why? It's very easy, because usually, in order to be able to explain exactly what is your perfect hair color, you need several things. First of all, you need the best light, which is not always the case in all salons. Second of all, you need not just to see the current state of hair that a consumer is having, you need to understand the history. You need to know what has been put on the hair, how it reacted to several ingredients, what is the undertone of your hair, what is the tendency of grayness of your hair. It's so much information that you need that is making it impossible for the human eye to determine, just based on intuition and what is visible, what is your perfect hair dye. So this is why we are introducing L'Oréal Professionnel My Hair ID, a revolution in terms of devices that is actually meant to augment our hairstylists and to help them serve in the best and most accurate way possible their clients. Let's see how it works. And now I invite you to say bonjour to L'Oréal Paris Beauty Genius. Who is Beauty Genius? It's an AI beauty assistant available 24/7 directly in your pockets. What does Beauty Genius do? 3 easy things, but that are essential for our consumers. It diagnoses you, it gives you a recommendation, and you have a personal Q&A. You can ask Beauty Genius anything you want, of course beauty related, and it will provide you with the best answers that fit your needs. Bonjour, Beauty Genius. And I was mentioning in our first slide when I was showing you our innovation journey that we have several themes that we tackle. Our last theme, which is an extremely important one, is responsibility for each. We believe in using tech for good and digital for good, and we believe that using it in this way can really help us shape a sustainable future when it comes to beauty. So here we have been partnering with several startups to try to measure and see our impact when it comes to CO2 emission. And we have been partnering with a startup, a French startup, which is called Impact Plus, that is actually helping us decode what is our level of footprint and where are the areas where we can actually reduce our impact. For instance, answering question, should we use Wi-Fi or should we use 4G in the moment we transmit media campaigns? Should we reassess the weight of our ads the moment we serve them to consumers? Moreover, we are one of the biggest advertisers in the world, which means that we do a lot of content shoots and content production. These are usually generating and having a big footprint when it comes to CO2 emissions. That's why we partnered with AdGreen to identify exactly how we can optimize and how we can reduce our footprint the moment we shoot content production. And last but not least, we are looking at our websites, our social media platforms, where we as well communicate a lot and activate a lot. And here we partnered with another French startup, which is called Fruger, that is actually measuring the impact and helping us to find the best solution to be more sustainable. And with this, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of you for being here today and witnessing our convictions and advancement. And I'm going to leave you with a wrap-up video to enjoy before the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Smaranda. As you know, we also have some time maybe for questions, 1 or 2 questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand so we can come with a mic behind. Can I get some help? Yes. Also, please stand up so we can see you.
Hi. My question would be here. Thank you for your presentation. My question would be for the skin and hair analysis. On the technology side, are you using like machine learning models in order to like give some results, or just like pure image processing?
We use actually both. We use image processing and also we use machine learning. And what we do is that we gather all the data and all the information we have across consumer types and feed the devices and the generative AI, basically, it's the main technology that we use. We use them in order to replicate and to give the best tailor-made recommendation. So it's a mix of both.
Thank you.
Hi, a question about your Beauty Genius product. So, one, is it live? And two, what do consumers think about it? And what sort of research did you do to identify the pain points for it?
Thank you for the question. So Beauty Genius is live in Western Europe. We hope to have it in 2025 also in Eastern Europe. Beauty Genius came as a result of the pandemic, to be very transparent, because the moment pandemic hit, we had some trouble in giving advice to consumer at the POS level. You know that beauty is usually all about testing products. So we couldn't have any testers, people couldn't test products, and we also didn't have any beauty advisors at the store in order to recommend and give consultations. So we said, okay, we need to leverage this technology. We started, first of all, with just giving Q&A sessions, like a very basic booth approach where people asked questions and we gave them the right answer, again, based on technologies that were actually using data we had. And then we developed to the next level because we understood that our recommendations were as good as the data that we were fueling, and we were missing the diagnostic part. It was quite, at the beginning, the recommendation was quite product driven based on the products we had in our portfolio. And we kind of invested and understood from consumers that their feedback was that sometimes it had hallucinations. So it was recommending some things that weren't 100% adapted due to the fact that we didn't crack the diagnosis part. So I would say that the biggest challenge was really being able to diagnose only based on questions and face scan, and to give the best results, the best recommendations.
We have one more question here.
Hi, my question is also about Beauty Genius. I really resonated with the fact that the beauty industry is quite fragmented, and when you're trying to ask for advice, it's very hard. So my question was whether it's only recommending from the L'Oreal products, or it's also partnering up with other brands and trying to unify the industry.
It's a very good question. For the moment, we started with L'Oréal Paris because we needed to crack the hallucination I was talking earlier. But the idea behind Beauty Genius is really to expand first of all, to the whole portfolio that we have. Of course, L'Oréal Paris is one of the brands that is fortunate enough to have all the categories within the same brand. So you have skincare, you have makeup, you have hair color, so you have the whole portfolio. This is why we decided to start with L'Oréal Paris. But it's going to be for sure a journey. We just wanted to give each and every one consumer, because we are talking about mass consumers when we talk about L'Oréal Paris, we wanted to give them access to these kinds of informations. But it's, again, at an early stage. We are learning together with the platform, and the idea, of course, is to scale it, yes.